Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we re-diving into a pivotal moment in history, the Balkan Wars of 1912 and 1913. These wars were not just a regional conflict. They were the sparks that lit the fire of World War I. So, grab a seat and let's break this down into an epic story of power, alliances, and ambition. First, let's set the stage. The Balkans in the early 20th century was a powder keg. For centuries, the region had been under Ottoman control. But by the late 1800s, the Ottoman Empire was weakening so much so that it earned the nickname the Sick Man of Europe. At the same time, Balkan nations like Serbia, Greece, Bulgaria, and Montenegro were growing restless. They tasted independence or autonomy, and they wanted more. Add to this mix the meddling of great powers like Russia, Austria-Hungary, and Britain, and you've got a region ready to explode. In 1912, for Balkan states, Serbia, Bulgaria, Greece, and Montenegro formed the Balkan League. Their goal: kick the Ottomans out of Europe. The war started in October 1912. Montenegro struck first, and soon the rest followed. It was brutal and fast-paced. The Balkan League won a series of decisive victories, pushing the Ottomans back to just a sliver of territory around Constantinople, modern-day Istanbul. One of the most famous battles was the Siege of Adrianople, where Bulgarian forces showed their military strength. By May 1913, the Treaty of London ended the First Balkan War, and the Ottomans lost almost all of their European territories. Victory in the First Balkan War didn't bring peace, it brought greed and rivalry. Bulgaria, feeling it hadn't gotten a fair share of the spoils, turned against its former allies. In June 1913, Bulgaria attacked Serbia and Greece. This kicked off the Second Balkan War, but here as the twist, Romania and the Ottoman Empire saw an opportunity to jump in and attack Bulgaria too. The Second Balkan War was short, just over a month, but it was a disaster for Bulgaria. They lost territory to all their neighbors. The Treaty of Bucharest in August 1913 redrew the map of the Balkans once again. Bulgaria was humiliated, and tensions in the region only grew. Now, why do these wars matter? First, they weakened the Ottoman Empire even further. Second, they left a bitter rivalry between Serbia and Austria-Hungary. Serbia emerged stronger, and this alarmed Austria-Hungary. The Balkans were now a chessboard for the great powers, especially Russia and Austria-Hungary, both trying to expand their influence. Less than a year later, in June 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary was assassinated in Sarajevo, a direct result of tensions in the region. This act would trigger World War I. So, the Balkan Wars weren't just regional conflicts. They were a dress rehearsal for the global catastrophe that followed. Let's recap. 1. The Balkan Wars were back-to-back conflicts in 1912 and 1913. 2. They marked the decline of the Ottoman Empire in Europe. 3. They deepened rivalries among Balkan nations and the great powers. 4. And they set the stage for World War I. The Balkans were often called the powder keg of Europe, and these wars were the sparks that made it so. History is never just about events, it's about how those events shape the future. The Balkan Wars teach us about ambition, alliances, and the unintended consequences of war. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more history deep dives. What moment in history would you like us to explore next? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring history.